Listen, man. Welcome. Hit the put the on me.
We supposed to be looking.
Nah, you gonna look at the
Yeah, what we supposed to be looking at? What we supposed to be looking, man?
Just look at each other.
Nah, you can do how you do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
Man, look, welcome to the podcast, man. I got these gentlemen in here, man. We have decided to create a series this year, and the name of the series is called "Dangerous Men Having Uncomfortable Conversation." So I think it's gonna be good. I think people got honest opinions. I'm excited about it, and let's get to the questions, man. So, first question is this: what defines you as a man? So, who want to take that question over first?
Man, I'll take it first. Basically for me, what I find as a man is just, being responsible and being accountable. I mean, that's my biggest things right there is holding yourself accountable for the things you do, or the things you don't do, basically, and being responsible for them. So that's my take on it.
Anybody else?
Add on that being a provider,
Correct.
We are from the general same area, so being a provider meaning take care of your family, take care of your responsibility.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Everybody here had to start from the bottom. Meaning everybody I know who here, but no silver spoons giving up. So we breaking generational curses, we doing all that. By first being a man. Like what DJ say, you taking responsibility, accountability, and now you being a provider for your team when you got to be a provider for.
And not only when you speak about being a provider, man, I think there's a misconception, in my opinion, that being a provider means giving money. Like you giving some money. Like you not only providing, like, yes, you taking care of things and you holding down things, but you also providing a skill set. You know what I mean? Like, because men, we get some men, not all, but we get it with our hands. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If something go wrong, if something, your car, your sink, whatever, we gonna get out there and get it. You know what I mean? So as a man, it's kind of like it's like kind of like, but it's as a man, we are, in my opinion, we know a lot. We're expected to know a lot more than this, if anybody else, as a man. So your family's gonna look to you, for answers. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So
you got to my wife. I said, if anything go wrong, if we lose the house, lose anything, so nobody's walking past you to come say, man, nobody's walking past me to say you messed up everything. Nobody going to my wife with that. It's all me. Like, it's a responsibility to come with
on your shoulder. Right.
It's like it's a mental, physical, and spiritual protection that you have over people. It's just like, it's something you can't even see. Like me just being in the home with my family makes them safer.
And that's what I would look at as being, you have your provider accountability, and you're talking about, not coming past you with being a leader.
Yeah.
If you're leading, you're gonna be accountable. You're gonna be providing, and you're gonna make sure things are the way they're supposed to be. But if I want my house to be right, I have to first lead by example.
Exactly.
It's not just talking about it, it's about being about it.
Right.
I have to make sure and provide, like you said, it's not always about money. But we have a misconception about when you provide, because of what we saw, especially at my age coming up. If I'm giving you everything you want, then you're good. You're supposed to be good. I'm providing. My mom used to say, I'm buying your clothes. I done bought your food and all this. Buy. So if I'm buying, buying you all this stuff, you should be happy. You should know that I'm doing things the way it's supposed to be doing. But as a man, a lot of us, I can't say all of us, I can speak for me. I wasn't taught a lot of things to do how a man was supposed to go. I was in the streets growing up because I had an uncle who was a pimp in California. So I was shown that way. I seen my cousin and beating on women. So, it's like growing up, what do you do? But I had a grandfather who lived to be 101, and my grandmother was married 43, 45 years. And he showed me what a man was supposed to get out there and work. You take care of home. Don't expect his woman to do this, that, and the other, And so looking at all that, I had a lot of examples So growing up, it was like, okay, now you choose which example you're gonna follow. That's how I chose the league.
So I want to say something though, because I believe I think we've been taught as men that being a player, being a hoe is popular.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I go.
We had a. Well, go ahead.
Cause I want y'all to talk about that a little bit, because I think we've been taught as men oh man, you smashing them hoes, man. Hey, man, you that dude. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, I want you to speak on it.
I made a Facebook post but we was, man, it's crazy because I did this early this morning, that we was told the wrong way. For everybody I know who in here, we was taught the wrong way. Everybody I know who in here had some kind of church upbringing.
Yes.
But when we got to our generation, messed it up for next generation. Because one thing is, we all grew up listening to rap music, the trap music. I love Pimp C coming up, UGK.
I'm pulled out the board.
I already know it. Yeah. So that being said, I'm listening to the wrong thing. I'm looking at my brothers, my cousins, how everybody running. Now take it. My daddy was in the house. He gonna tell me the right thing to do.
But you have a choice.
Yeah,
but you got a choice.
Yeah.
So 9th grade, I go to high school with both my brothers. Because before that, it was me and Rick. Earlier in my life, it was me and Jay. But now I go to school with both of them. Come on. I'm honors classes, everything. But when I get to school, they ain't worried about the books like I am. But I'm a school boy. Now, okay, I'm gravitating. So now we at Harlem Nights. I'm in the 10th grade. What I'm doing? But I was led the wrong way. I don't know nothing about this lifestyle. But I'm finna gravitate to it now because it's fun. It's going down. It's the life to live. So I can't say I wasn't taught right.
But you said a key thing, and it was the words I used. You said you was led the wrong way. Even all the generations, I know we can all come up with some stories, but we watched somebody and we followed somebody because what we saw and what we thought was good or the right way, that's what we wanted to do. I have a cousin who set records in track in Baytown, Texas, that stayed on the books until my younger cousin came through over 20 years later and broke that record. But the thing of it was, you looking, and I ran track coach, I was a quarter mile runner. My cousin was a sprinter, but the track coach expected me to run. No, I don't run that fast. You know, he said, right, no, I did good in the quarter, but I'm not 100, 200. Yeah. You know, he want to throw me in all this stuff for points. No, man, we're not going to do that. Here come my little cousin. Come through, break his record. We talk about that. But then with all that comes all the other stuff, the girls, the fun, the partying. They know you because you did that and the other. So when they come along, okay, well, let's see how many I can smash. Let's see how good we can do. Then you getting girls pregnant, you get in the fights because you got to show you the baddest one. It's all that stuff, but it's by what we followed. What looked good to us and what felt good to us.
Gravitated to us. Right. We gravitated to the wrong thing.
Exactly. It's our culture. I mean, you go get praise for that. Who got the most notches on their belt? Exactly. I did this. I did that.
Probably come with being a man too. Like one of the things too. Like you're not for to stop no woman approaching you. Like you just around.
Exactly.
It just kind of come with the when I first, had sex with a woman, man. I had to make a decision. I was like, shit, I like this.
Yeah.
There's more options. That's what I'm saying. You go to church every Sunday, but get some of that. Shit, that's gonna take you somewhere, man. You're gonna have to center yourself and bring yourself back.
They're at church. My grandma was the secretary of the church. I was in church every 6 times a week. I grew up with my great grandmother, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, that was just the culture. That's you went to school, you had the nice Jordans, fresh haircut, nice clothes, and I mean they was gonna gravitate. So of course you was gonna become popular. It just,
So I kind of want to pivot on something though, because what we have learned, what are we teaching this next generation? What example are we setting for them to look at? Because I think the conversation that people are not having with people, with men not having with black men is that you gotta start thinking with your big head, not your little head.
Yeah. Think with your brain.
Well, let me ask you this first. You know what I'm saying? To break that down, are we talking about when I say in-house? I'm saying in-house directly in your house and like
I'm
family.
talking about in-house, like just being an example, because to me, we gotta all go outside the house.
But
So whatever people seeing, whatever that next young man seeing, he gotta see that, hey, man, this guy married, or man, this guy trying to live right, or you know what I'm saying? Not saying everybody had, but I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? Like what example?
We glorify rappers and then glorify engineers.
Mm,
You know what I mean? We glorify the street hustler,
gotcha.
dope dealer, pimp, whatever the case may be. And again, like he said, that was our culture coming up. So, like I say, back to the post I made last night, like we felt the next generation. So
the next change it right now, though.
That's what I'm finna say. So,
okay,
which means the next generation coming behind them even worse. Because again, nobody had no guidance. But as we get older, I'm early 40s. You know what I mean? Now I can tell you, hey, go be that engineer. Hey, this is what you're doing right here. The lifespan of this 5 year hustling you're gonna do. At 18, so by 23, you're in the penitentiary. I mean, it's gonna come sooner or later. I know maybe 3 or 4 people out of the whole city who escaped that side of the hustling game. Not to mention how many died. You know, smartest in the books, coldest on the football field. Drugs took them out.
Big facts.
If it wasn't drugs, the gangster lifestyle took them out. Or you got 5, 6 kids, you can't even go to school and play ball. You got the skill to go to college, but we're gonna take care of these kids at home. So, I mean, it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really tough though, man. And that's why I go back to accountability, because it's a lot of things that's going to go in your life. It's a lot of things you're going to see, but you got to hold yourself accountable when you become a man, right? It's a lot you can tell somebody, but they're not ready. No. I mean, you can preach the engineer, you can walk a certain way, you can talk a certain way, you can show up a certain way, and that kid or that next generation we talking about still don't see the significant in what you're doing, but they have to go through their own steps.
Right, that's only one step. Showing, like I can show you how to do it, but you still got peer pressure.
That's right.
Accountability, like he say, it just feel good, man. I got these females. I need another one now.
But also, you know what I'm saying, with the to piggyback off what he's saying, I can only give you so much game because it's gonna look so far and so distant. Even though that I'm pulling up back in the projects with this nice BMW and this and that, but I'm gonna go to this $200,000 house that, you know what I'm saying, me and my wife just purchased that took me a long time to make. You still in the trenches. So really what I'm telling you is going in and going out. You
can't see it.
You can't really see it that far, you know what I'm saying? So all you can kind of really do, what I think, is keep your arm around whatever the little homie that, you know what I'm saying, and try to just guide in their way.
It's hard to teach a youngster the short game or the long game when everybody's seeing the short game. Like people not making, like the real successful people, man, they not making that money at 20. Like, if you're online at 23, yo, I made $1 million in 5 weeks. Then you like, I want to make it. So it looks attainable, but it's an unattainable dream. And then when you get there, you be like, I ain't making no money like this. Like, then you're discouraged. So I think, like, just teaching people, like, just building quietly, slowly over time. It's a boring life to live life quietly.
Right.
But it'll keep a lot of money in your pockets.
Well, I agree with that statement and disagree with that statement. I'm gonna tell you why. After graduating Sterling, I went to the military. The reason why I went to the military, I pretty much was made to go. My mother was in the Army. But my mother seen me with a pistol to a dude's head because I had him crawl out the apartment on his hands and knees. I used to sell dope. And his brother, like, he gonna come to you, man, promise me and his brother was cool. Promise me you ain't gonna start in front. Okay, cool. Did all that. She saw that. She down in the courtyard. She hollered, "You got to get the hell out of here, you know it. Where I'm going to go? You going to the Army?" "No, I'm not, because I seen what you went through." So I tested for the Air Force, missed it by a 10th of a point. Walked down the hall, went to the Navy because they said, come back in 6 months. Long story short, got out the military, came home at 19 years old, right in Humble, Tascasita. I had a 4,000 square foot house built, 2-story, big corner lot, 5-bedroom, all the get ups, all that stuff.
Big lot.
Now, so the reason why I'm saying is because if your mindset is set to a way and to a point to where I'm gonna be a go-getter, I'm gonna get this, I'm a hustle. I have a saying in Lloyd know about it. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm a barber. I'm helping getting people with cable. You know, I'm a service connected veteran. I have 4 streams of income. This year I said I'm gonna have 5. I make money in my sleep. But the thing of it is, when we get this thing here right, our mindset. Yeah, we can be the men that bring these boys along. I remember time, man, we used to be outside playing football in the street and stuff until the street lights come on. You can't pay the boys to go outside and do nothing because everybody's in their phone. Exactly. They're not doing none of that. So I'm looking, I'm like, man, how the hell these boys doing something? But we also play a part in that.
Definitely do.
I teach my boys, I say, and they're younger right now. He's like 8. But I tell them, I say, I'm not teaching you to be a boy.
Right.
Teach you how to be a man. I'm telling you to do stuff so like you wax on, wax off. When you 20 and your friends might be struggling because they ain't get these specific.
Exactly.
Man, let me just kind of break in and say something, man. Just we talk about influence. So where the influence come from? You know what I mean? Like, why is it that we had this fuck all the hoes, I'm trying to get this one, that one? Well, let me just say, first of all, that a lot of it was the music. And still today,
it's the music.
Children, kids are influenced by what's on the radio, what's in the mainstream media. So, but I can remember being maybe 6, 7, and all my cousins coming to the house. I got a lot of older cousins, and they like talking. So guess what? I'm the kid. I want to go be around them because, ain't everybody else over there. Let me go see what they talking about. But they call me Wayne. Wayne, you fucking any hoes? I don't know what the hell they talking about. Yeah. Nigga, you ain't fucking no hoes. I am. I really am. They thought it was funny. Looking back at it is funny when you see a little kid doing that.
Yeah.
And so the seed is planted. You know what I mean? And at that point.
Yeah.
Hip hop music comes on. What they talk about? I'm in the 3rd grade listening to NWA. Now, how did I get an NWA tape? I got older kinfolk. You know what I mean? So I'm listening to NWA. I'm going to school rapping NWA. Eventually, that seed that's planted is gone. And so here I am talking dirty to the little girls at school. I'm very managed at school. You see what I'm saying? So fast forward, I'm still into hip hop. I'm listening. I'm just in those. Like I love hip hop. Everything hip hop. You know what I mean? Couldn't be diverse for nothing. You want to listen to country music? Country. You want to listen to something else? Now R&B I will listen to, but hip hop was my main thing. And so I'm steady being fed. Now back in the 90s, and everybody could vouch for this, they had a Stop the Violence movement. Yeah. And then at one point,
self-destruction,
right? And so at one point, you as a kid, you kind of like, dang, you kind of see what's going on in the world. And it's kind of like, wow, so everybody put their medallions on. So guess what I did? I put my medallion on going to the 5th grade. You know what I mean?
So he was in the Malcolm X movement, but everybody
else. You got your cross.
But they also had Pop That Pussy too.
Hold on. You right. By 9293.
That's when the chronic changed my life.
Things happen and you start to see, okay, but I'm still with these managed ways because not one person growing up in those times in the 90s, we were taught some things that we probably should have been told. You know what I mean?
A whole lot.
Yeah, like we probably should have been told that at a young age. And just let's just keep it real. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not gonna, because my family may see this, you know what I mean? But I gotta put that out. I gotta put that out there. But I was in kindergarten when I saw my first porno. So what did you think that I did when I saw that porno? I saw a man, I was like, what is he doing? So here I am in kindergarten. Guess what I do? Let's play house.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not knowing, what are you doing? I got my ass beat when my parents found out. But that's still the stuff. Kids are like sponges. And I think also kids, we know that. If you know anything about kids, they at that age, they are sponges. You know what I mean? They see things and they soak it up. And at that age, I was so like easily influenced by just, okay, so we talk about 9-2, 9-3. Here we are, my cousins, they 16, 17, 18. You know, they from the north side of Houston. So when we go out there and visit them, they got the cars with the 30s and bows on it. And I'm like, I want this. Wow, I'm looking up like, man, I want to be like you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's you think that's what not to say my cousins are all successful now, but it's just at that time. But fast forward, I'm steadily being influenced by what else we hear. We had Boys in the Hood. Everybody watched Boys in the Hood. Iconic. And we were just like emulating things that what's it about? Next thing you know, gangs started to come in the picture. It's society. Why are we emulating things that, you know what I mean? At some point, we as men gotta pull these young men to the side and, like somebody said, like stay. Don't just one day go like every day.
Yeah, they're not
show them the long game. Right. Show them the long game. Because we, as a young kid, I was influenced by people making money. Like I was like, I want that too. I want that. I want to do this. I want to do that. But
So this is the thing. We're gonna pivot a little bit on this question real quick. And the question I have is, does a woman play a role in a man's childhood?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does a woman play a role in a man's childhood? So somebody go ahead.
I like to start out with that one. My mother was a single parent, raising me and my sister. And it was funny because I was able to take what she taught me to use in my advantage growing up. As I got older, I was more clean. I could cook more than all, walk clean, do all that. I could do it. Any girl I talk to, I could outdo them in that. And you know, that's what she showed, because she like, don't no woman want no nasty man and this, that, and the other. And you know, did all that. She taught me, she gave me insight. She taught me the tricks on how to get a woman. But as I got older, putting that along the streets, not having the man around, I started twisting stuff up, using things to my advantage, and going the wrong way with it. But to answer the question, yeah, Mom, she did a bunch to help me. But what I found out as I got older, because me and my pops ended up speaking a few times before he died. I didn't know he died until 5 years later. But what I did find out was that a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man. And when I told my mom that, the first time I told her that, it kind of bothered her, and she got upset and it hurt her feelings. But after she really thought about it, she like, no, so she came back, we talked. She said, you know, you're right. I can't teach you how to be a man. I can teach you what a woman like. And she did that, so I got that down to a T. With a woman.
So you a ladies man right now?
I'm a man. And it's because of what she taught. I go get pedicures to this day. I took me and my lady. I worked in the oil and gas industry as an operator for over 20 years. So yeah, I'm working with work boots. I know that feet and teeth, you gotta take care of. And so that's something else. So yes, it is to me, a woman is she can pour in and pour on to show, but then you have some women these days that I'm finding out, the new millennials. Hell, I mean, it's
like Tupac said. What Tupac say? Since we all came from a woman, got a game from a woman, a name from our woman. You know what I mean? Like that was real deal when he said that. But as you said, Mama's taught me that. I'm pretty sure all our mamas taught us how to iron, how to cook. My mama told me, don't wait on nobody to do something for you that you can do for yourself. So she taught me how to iron. How she taught me how to iron? She ain't just said, come in, this how you do this. She said, get in there and iron. Mom, I need my clothes iron. Well, get in there and iron. How did I learn? Trial and error. Burn myself in there.
But was you doing what I was doing with the starch?
Well, that was back. That came in the 90s. That came in the 90s. That came in like 7th, 8th grade. I'm talking about elementary. I hope it's
I still iron.
no matter what's up.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
What we talking about?
But I agree with what Bryce said, man. Like a woman cannot teach a young boy to be a man. She can give him game, but she can't teach him how to be a man and how to navigate this world as a man should, and how it it takes a man to teach.
Who next? DJ, a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got a teenage daughter. How old is she?
15.
So, what principles are you setting in her right now?
So for me, man, because I didn't grow up with that sensitive side, right? I had to change that for my daughter, right? So I'm just showing her what a man truly is, right? Basically loving on her, making sure she know her worth, and we have deep discussions about man and relationships and different things like that, man. So again, just talking to her, being there for her, man. And I'll go back to the woman too, about a woman with the children. So there's no way I raised my boys, 3 boys, right? 23, 21, and 18 by myself. You know what I'm saying? It was times they went to her and didn't go to me, and she had to talk to them and hear them out. It was some things I wouldn't listen to because I don't have patience, and she had patience, and it go to her, right? And so giving them that opportunity to speak when I didn't, man, that's huge, right? So I agree with what everybody's saying, but I also just want to include that a woman helps raise that child.
No, I was just gonna say, but as women also help to because women produce more estrogen, so they also kind of give us nurturing, and it because if you are just your dad alone, you know what I mean, you just go into your dad, or you as a father, like we're gonna be more stern,
right? Well,
not to our daughters, I know that to be right, but our boys, like if you got a son,
hey boy, get this shit together.
That's stupid. Talking to them crazy, but it's good to have that
balance.
That balance,
yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
There, you got a girl, huh?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, what are you trying to instill in her?
You always gonna show him what you think the right way is. So if he looking like this right here, you don't want to deal with him. You know what I mean? If he doing this right here, nah, we're gonna pick somebody else. You know what I mean? And I even went to the point like tattoo, and I know most of us in here got tattooed. You know,
I don't have one.
Neither do I.
Okay, me neither. But I'm gonna say at least half.
You talking about me?
We 50-50. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so go with the one. You don't need the one who all popular that everybody chasing though, because he gonna hit a wall. You don't need the one who getting out of that street money. And definitely with a daughter, you know what I mean? After time, they're gonna try to find their own way anyway. It's just like a woman can't raise a man. Yeah. And then a man can't raise a woman. But with that being said, we all had what DJ talked about. Sometimes I can go to mama. And it ain't gotta be mama. It could be grandmama, ain't it? You know what I mean? Sister. Somebody who old enough who gonna listen. I got my grandmother, I got aunties, I got everything I need to give me what I need, and they gonna lead me in the right direction. Well, I want to go to the streets and hustle. Well, I want to go sleep with all these women and have 1,000 babies. Like, hey, son, hey, listen, that ain't how you do it. My grandmother told me the most valuable information out of everybody, but I'm young.
Yeah. So
I crashed into the wall. Man, she told me that was gonna happen. Go again. Crashed into the wall 4 years later. Man, she told me that was gonna happen. If you do this right here, this was gonna come. And it's going, like y'all say, I don't have that long vision. I got the short vision. I get it right now, do this right now. And when I sit back and I look, man, look what situation I'm in. She told me that was gonna happen.
So I also want to pivot on this narcissist. Now my guy right here, he wrote a book. What's the name of your book, boss man?
The Good Narcissist.
Good Narcissist.
Good Narcissist.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? He wrote the book. So can you kind of explain to us what you mean by that?
Well, I feel in this world, for everything that's good is something bad. So if it's a bad narcissist, and every woman can describe to you what a bad narcissist is, I feel all men that hold their shit together are narcissists in nature. Like it's a means of control. Like if I'm controlling everything around me in a positive way, I'm still a narcissist, but I'm doing things the right way. So I was just kind of explaining it in the book, like how you can, like I didn't have to lie to no woman. If I wanted something, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I want from you. You can't provide it if you don't want to do it.
I mean, get that. I feel it. I mean, you doing your thing, you're handling your business the right way. Shit, when I walk in the room, it's me. I'm in here. You know what I'm saying?
And I think we all, and that's one thing I do love about my wife. Like she do let me run shit.
Yeah.
Even though she don't need me.
Yeah.
She don't even need me. You know what I'm saying? Like financially, she getting her own money.
Right.
Any day she can wake up and say, I'm gone, and she gonna be all right without me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, what you made a great point though, is I'm a narcissist in a way because I do like to control the narrative and the situation. But I also learning that every decision I'm making not the best decision.
Yeah.
She have a decision.
Yeah.
Decision. So I need to listen to what the hell she's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta listen. Gotta refer to the helpmate every now and then. Because, I mean, narcissists go both ways. So you can have a narcissistic woman who pulling strings and doing what they all do. But as you being an alpha male, y'all steady gonna clash. Well, I'll take that back. You might not be an alpha male. It just depends on
who you are. Yeah.
So I think it go back to what we talked about earlier, though. Your perception of what a man is and your influences. You go into the situation as a man thinking, I gotta control it. I gotta be this a certain way in order to become a man. You know?
Right. But what causes that? You know what I mean? I have my own theory. I mean, but what causes us as men to say, I need to be in control? Is it what we see? Is it what we've been taught?
It's okay. Like my wife, she not gonna pay all the bills. I know that's a man's job. But society.
I mean, we can't. My dad, he opened up a can. With my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? So to me, those are different type of men.
Exactly.
So that's what I came up under, and that's what I've been going up underneath. So it really is not about society. I seen my grandpa. My grandpa was like some of the smoothest players that I've ever seen. And it's coming from my grandmother.
That's the most man.
Paid all the bills.
Have a good thing. These days, women are alpha female.
Yeah.
And sometimes relational can be seasonal. It can be her season where she get money. And you ain't getting that much money.
That's because that's an independent woman stuff.
No. Hey, let me stop. Let me say something because my biggest thing was when my wife told me to walk away from my job. First of all, I'm like, hold on, baby, walking for this lady. She's like, walk away, I got us. To me as a man, I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Then she said, see, you don't trust me, but you want me to trust you. I'm telling you,
that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow right there.
I'm telling you, I got this because I need you to live your dreams out.
But I know you thought about it for a while.
Yeah, we definitely had to think about it, but it's a difference because, you know, and I'm in his game too. You know what I'm saying? I got a union too. So if my wife told me that, I would listen to her. But as a single man, bitch, you better get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why I married this woman. You know what I'm saying? The woman who I married, I have to trust her. You know what I'm saying? If our union with God is going to work, you know what I'm saying? We got to play tennis back and forth. You know what I'm saying? With her ideas, my ideas. But if I was a single man, we ain't doing that. So.
I just feel like whoever got, like, let's just say, my wife, she got a business. If her business was out earning mine, and I got to divert some attention over there, I'm going to go with the town.
Better get going. Get going. Get going.
Shit, we all can play sports, and everybody to me look like a winner. Say, if I get on the team and I just got a rebound, I don't score no points, and we win a championship, shit, I'm going to be pouring champagne. I just need to win.
I think I'm not married, but I think that it definitely, like y'all say, it's a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
It's you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. You know,
Right.
because she could exploit you. She could definitely, I
Oh,
take
yeah.
care of this man. I did this.
Yeah.
I'm doing that, and make
But
you
that's
look
why
like
you gotta know who she
you
is. though.
gotta know who she
You
is.
gotta know who she
Exactly.
is, and you gotta know her character because that was a scary thing to just walk away when she asked me to do it. Even though I wanted, one side said, "Let's go." I said, "Boy, no, we don't."
But why?
You know?
But I guess the question to ask is though, why do we feel like that? Is it testosterone? Is it what we've been talking? Is it how we've been raised? Because the new generation,
It's a combination of it all because of the fact that if you now I can talk about I'm 48, so I can talk about what I saw. I was raised with my grandparents. My grandfather worked 3 jobs at the gas station. That's when gas was like 50-something cents a gallon. I went to work with him, wiping windows,
Full service.
checking all. You know, he checked the oil, pumped the gas. I'm looking. I'm doing all this. My grandmother stayed home. She washed clothes. She cooked food. She would serve him his meal. He didn't fix nothing. He worked. Now, when it came to paying bills, he wrote the checks and paid the bills. Now, I'm watching this. Now, as I get older, my mother is not married. She married my sister daddy, but they separated. Now, I watched my mama get beat. I used to be biting his legs because you ain't gonna fight my mama. Now, when I got old in high school, I met up with the dude. I said, now, remember I told you when I got old, I was gonna whoop you. That was that's another story. But I watched all that, to see what a man not supposed to be like. So as I'm seeing my grandfather provide and lead and do these things, I'm looking, okay, so this is how it goes. Now, as we come into the new millennial in the 20th century, now, because the INDEP, the independent woman thing, I'm listening to what Pina say, yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow, because now you got to, okay, am I going to trust my wife? Or, because you have to think about this. Is this going to be the type of woman that when you quit your job and when you stop doing what you're doing, now I'm wearing the pants. You do what I tell you to do, boy.
She gonna get 200 pants?
Exactly. So now that creates a whole other monster because you're thinking now I should have quit my job, but because you're like, okay, we love each other, we trust each other, this is how we doing, we're rolling with each other. That's something hard, man. And I didn't see none of that coming up. A man was to be a man.
Man, yeah.
And the younger boys that was around that saw that we were shown, this is what you do. Yeah, my uncle made me have my first fight with 3 white boys.
Mm-hmm.
I got kicked in the nuts and everything. He pulled his belt off, said, you better not cry. And what happened? I ended up winning. But still, the fact of the matter is, that was then. Now you don't have that. You don't have that kind of stuff going on.
But I wouldn't do that.
Go back to
right, yeah.
And to go back, I would.
Yeah.
And to go back to what you said, even though, you know what I'm saying, and you too, Derek, even though, those are wrong lessons, still taught us how to be great men.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because even my uncle that was a wino, my uncle that was a crackhead, my uncle that was a pimp, they all were men to me at the times when I looked up to them. It wasn't nothing really like bad to, you know what I'm saying, about me as a kid seeing them.
They showed you something.
Showed me that they were men. So that's kind of like also like why we kind of jump to like those different categories.
Yeah, but I would say this. I really think it's about survival. It's not really a millennium thing or growing up seeing your grandpa, because even when pimping was existing, the women was going out there working, coming back, bringing them the money to their pimp to pay the bills. That's how pimping started, right? Right. Well, no, the woman chose. The woman chose. I'm gonna go to work.
That man,
right?
That nigga, though.
Man, right. But that was about survival, because at that time, that was the way people were surviving in that culture in that time, right? The woman said, it wasn't like a dude went up to the woman and said, okay, I'm gonna be your pimp, and this is how we're gonna work it.
Yeah.
To survive, this is what we have to do. So for a man at the time, back in the days, you did go out and work because you was able to get the better job and you was able to get the job, right? Yeah. Women didn't have that same opportunity.
How the women live.
Right. So as in a relationship, even up to this day, it's about survival. You do what's best to survive for your household, right?
And I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
It's when you talk about women going out men going out and getting a job and women staying. Well, you didn't have men did like real blue collar, like or even like the grunt work. And so by nature, we are stronger physically. We are bigger. We are stronger. We have more strength than women. So we can go out and work on a railroad, shovel a ditch, you know what I mean? Or do whatever, you know what I mean? Not to say that a woman can't, but we're more equipped to do so.
So this is the thing, dog. The thing is, who role is more important?
Nobody's.
It ain't.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is how I see it. This is
Get broke down.
It's the woman's role. She gonna build it from the inside.
Okay.
The man's supposed to build his thing from the outside. So she gonna teach you your inner confidence. The man, his confidence gonna teach you to go outside and like stand up and I gotta defend my house. I gotta defend myself.
So you saying woman at the nucleus. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting you right.
Yeah, because you get my mind going.
I see it like this.
Yeah.
The man is the seed and the woman is the soil. So the woman is the soil of this earth. So if you treat women wrong, the earth gonna go wrong. The earth gonna be off balance.
So does it make you less of a man if the woman is out there providing more and making more than the man is?
No.
No, it don't. I'm just asking questions.
But men feel that.
Exactly.
You are a man.
I mean, a man don't defend the law.
Because you go hold accountability,
Right.
you go be a leader,
Right.
you go provide with mentally, you go provide, you know what I'm saying, financially, but she's doing more.
Mentally,
and you're gonna be able to protect
with
her.
your time, like they count.
Like if my woman paying the bills because I'm down right now and I'm doing stuff around the house like that,
Seasonal.
and I'm pumping
It can
this
be
up
seasonal.
right
That
now.
can be seasonal.
But
Seasonal, right?
what my boy said earlier though, you got to make sure the woman right, because she could be like, hey,
Let me ask y'all a question. Not to cut you off. Because I have this theory. Have y'all seen the climate and the pivot of I guess we can call it government change?
I've seen that.
Like from the 80s, I mean we all of age, 90s, like early 2000s. The pressure and everything on what those people were trying to do to us was strictly on the man. We can go crack and cocaine.
Right.
Why did we get this much time and they got that list? You know what I'm saying? But, and that's what goes back to what he said, is why I think a woman is pivotal also. But everybody that went down and got locked out for those crazy crack possessions, you had your mama, you had your grandma, you had your auntie, you had a girlfriend, you had a wife, you had some kind of woman that was holding you down to come back. And then these motherfuckers, a light bulb flashed over them. Well, I don't think that the man is holding this family together on our side. It's the woman.
Yeah.
So 2000s, late 2000s, 2010s, you don't see all these stupid ass Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Come on now.
These look at the difference of the show, the favorite flavor of love from the Blacks and Reds.
That's true.
These motherfuckers, they always got us depicted on screen, drunk.
Make
all
bad.
The Bachelorette is.
That's why
they got all the internet, so that's why they tapped into their mind. I don't need him.
do you think,
like how he said IND? So they play a big role.
Yeah.
but do you even watch it though?
Huh?
Without that confusion and chaos, what are women even watching?
Bro, it's drama.
It's drama.
And if you about that life,
If you get on social media, if we get on social media right now, but that's what I'm saying. If you get on social media right now and we all post, you know what I'm saying, this great thing of us fellas getting together on what Lloyd is doing, 40 likes, 50.
But if we would even scrapping over fighting,
Entertainment.
you know, so yes, they're going to watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course. So that plants seeds in their head. So it's like we are going back and forth with each other because they figured out if we get in their mind, then yeah, when he call home, oh, I don't need you. When he does this.
But check this out though, and I know we just came from Lyndale.
I was an operator.
Okay, we got
you know,
we got an operator,
yeah,
black female.
yeah.
And so one of the electricians asked her a question, like, nah, man, I don't listen to that. You know, housewives, I don't, none of that. The rap music, Megan Thee Stallion, who was that? I don't mess around with none of that because it's hurting us as a people.
It is.
And so I'm going to chime in and be like, you right. It is.
It is.
This rap music is one of the biggest. I don't want to call it a cancer, but it is.
It definitely is.
So with that being said, she ain't finna watch them housewives go crazy. But it's what she come from. It's her upbringing, and she only had a mom in the house. So her and her mama. But I can get 1,000 of my cousins and ask each one. They gonna tell me who this person is, who that person is. You know. So it also come down to the person.
It definitely is.
I come home, my gal watching VH1, Housewives every day. Hey, man, this ain't gonna work.
You watch?
Nah, I have watched.
I mean, the same way like how we can kind of say like rap music, like you know what I'm saying, impacted us. They took away R&B, so that impacts our kids.
That's it. I'm still listening to the same R&B.
But that's what I'm saying. But like, it's nobody that my kids can listen to unless they listen to somebody that came in my era.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of that love part. So the same way, like, and you know, he did what he did. I'm overprotective of my daughter, so I don't really, you know what I'm saying, want to get up in that. But the same way I was listening to the Chronic, I was listening to Born in the 90s too on their phone with their girl. So I also want to be in love also. You know what I'm saying? The same way how I wanted to be a gangster and G Thing came on. When Honey Love came on, we would cut the lights out and we would slow dance too. But my kids don't have that slow down, you know what I'm saying, type of stuff to where they can listen to. Because I mean, even like the little R&B kids, like I mean, whether it's Lloyd or Chris Brown, sometimes they do slow songs, but other times they want to be gangster too.